Hello, welcome to this week's weekly outlook. Going to kick off with the dollar. We do have FOMC. I think the markets will just grind until then, but just in case, I'm going to give my bias. Obviously, we've been in this huge bull run. We'll have to wait to see the events that come out of FOMC, but for the meantime, I'm just going to go with the momentum of the market, and that's clearly up. So let's take a look at Euro USD. Weekly chart. Now, one thing to note is we have come into previous support and it is holding as resistance. So at the moment everything is looking very bearish for this pair. If we maybe get a close retest from this underside, then we could maybe get a deeper pullback, but to be honest, if we do pull back into areas like this, I will be looking for more downside, to be honest. So at the moment, bearish bias, we are coming into, or we have rejected off resistance. We also have, you can see multiple wick rejection, so reject here, 1 2 3, same, very exact same structure here. So one rejection, and this rejection needs to move down, one rejection, and this rejection needs to move down. So overall, market is very bearish, and I'll only be taking it low at a time. So if I do get in a trade before FOMC, it will be to the downside, and then I'll wait the news to see which way the market's reacting, and then we can take it from there. So at the moment, my bias is bearish. Overall structure is very bearish as well, but yeah, just be aware of the news, and things could change quite quickly. It just depends what comes out of that meeting. So let's go to pound dollar, also very weak, finishing on Friday with this bearish engulfing candle. There we did take out, if I can scroll, did take out this low, which we haven't closed below yet, so maybe we retrace before we get back in again. But at the moment, any trades I take will probably be looking for more downside in the pound. Let's just go out to the monthly to see if there is. Not much I can get off this chart at the moment, but we are coming into support, so that maybe that's something to support the pound. But if we do get a pullback after FOMC, come up, take a high, maybe I'll be looking to sell the pound again. Just things aren't looking great at the moment for the pound. Dollar yen, let's go to dollar yen. As I say, this will be quick, just giving you my overall bias. There's really no point in laying out too much before the news, and I'll have another video out before the news. But any trade they'll take, I'll post into the Discord group. So looking very bullish on dollar yen as well. As we say, we don't know when the BOJ will step in, but if you're looking to trade this market, it should be to the upside. If we go down into the H, let's go down into the H2. It looks like a double top here, but that could be a trap. Very rarely do I see a market top out like that. Maybe we come down, sweep these lows, and then that becomes the target. Overall, I am still very bullish. We'll just have to see how we open. Maybe we come down, take out a low, get back above, use that structure as support. Anything to sort of get involved. We could also follow market structure, so if we get a move down early on Monday back inside, then we could maybe take a position before that, targeting these highs. But as I say, I'll not be trying to hold anything in dollar yen or yen pairs overall. Let's take a look at Kiwi. Let's go to the daily chart. Bit of a pullback here on Friday. Actually, I'll take a look at the weekly. Very bearish candle, come up, take last week's high, and then very bearish candle. So any pullback, we have previous support here, and it could turn to resistance. You'll see it clear on the lower time frame. So if we go down into the H4, you can see that low coming into play here, support. So any pullback, maybe take out a high, fill in some of this, and then look to roll over again. All I'm doing is going with the momentum in the market. Nothing has really shifted, nothing has really changed. Maybe after FOMC we do get that momentum change that we can look to get involved with, but yeah, if you want to try and long this, maybe you will get lucky and catch a favourable bounce, but I plan just to go with the flow of the market, and technically and fundamentally everything is bullish on the dollar at the moment. Let's take a look at Aussie. Let's go out to the weekly. We have a little bit of support coming in here. I also would mark out just this candle's open and close. Any pullback, we'll look to sell. If we close, break below, retest from the underside, then this is the area to get in. For more downside in my eyes, it's just going with the flow of the market is obviously very bearish as well. But it doesn't mean that you won't get these pullbacks. Often people, when they're trading, you get sizable pullbacks that you can trade. So even though the bias is down, the group has seen me take a few trades against my bias, getting a better price and then reverse it. So like I say, just short and sweet, giving you my bias, a few levels that I'm looking at. We'll see after FOMC how the market reacts, and then maybe we can delve deeper into some lower time frames. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. We're still on this support at the moment, so just this weekly high and the close of the candle, resistance, a little bit of resistance, and then this is support and support. So until this breaks, if we get a break and retest, then I'll look to sell Bitcoin. But at the moment we are sitting on huge support. We bounced from here before, bounced again, and yeah, we've come back into that level. So if anything, could be looking for a little bit of relief. But overall, my bias is bearish. So if we get this close and retest, then that would open up a move down to 14k, maybe fill in all this. Ethereum, very similar, sitting on previous resistance, turns support, and we've just come into support. The interesting thing is we're taking out a low straight into higher time frame support. So if we reject that, we could get a move to the upside. Let's take a look at structure while we're here. Let's get rid of this. Structure on the lower time frames. I'm just going to mark out this daily low. Bit of chop at the weekend, could be expected, but we do have this holding down the market. Now if we're coming into a higher time frame level, got this bounce already, maybe this is a change in market structure. If we break again, break this structure, then I'll be looking for a move, take out this high, and then maybe even higher in Ethereum. We've just got higher time frame support, and yeah, if we break the structure that's holding down the market, then that'll open up the gates to more upside, and yeah, give us more confidence with the trade. So yeah, I think I'll keep it there, short and sweet. I will update after the news, but any trades I'll take, I'll post into the group. And yeah, I'll wish you a profitable week.